Good day to and welcome, I'm Mechanization, and today I'm going to show you some basics of Gwent. So let's actually head into challenges, and let's play some decks in the challenges. Now, these are single player challenges. Once you actually finish them, you unlock the faction leader. So I don't know which one, let's take the blue stripes, I guess. Now I have created the deck Knighthood, and I will go for it because it has some... I think it has a lot of stuff that is easy to show and does not include some really heavy mechanics such as disloyal units and these things. I will not go into them, they are slightly more advanced. Let's go into complete basics. So as you can see, we start with the mulligan. You can mulligan out of 3 cards in here. So I will mulligan a few out of these. I firmly believe that I will not use this one. And I will not use this one. Probably. So, the basic, it's a card game, of course. Now, it doesn't matter really which player wins the first round, because this is not a standard card game in terms of there is only one game and one winner. The one game actually it consists usually of 3 rounds. It's best of 3, so you have to win 2 games out of 2, or you have to win 2 games in order to win the whole round. Now I will first use my leader, because leader is also a card and he has a special deploy ability, which is boost all loyal bronze units in your deck. So I will use that, and I can place him in any place I want due to the size, due to the sign under his number. The number is actually the number that gets in here, and it's your score. In order to win the round, you have to have higher score than your opponent. And therefore it sounds kind of easy in the end. That's actually it. You have to have higher score at the end of the round, and you have to win 2 rounds like this. That is pretty good. Now I have played a machine which can be played only in the siege area, as you can see under the number. The number is green because it was boosted or buffed, and I can play another unit right now. However, I somewhat do not want to overkill, really, so I might just use this one and place a copy of the minion. As you can see, this is Archer, so it goes into the middle row, and you can also see that it's buffed. That's one of the things. The other thing is that there are actually 3 types of units in the end. There are units which are bronze, there are units which are silver. I do not have a silver in my hand, I have only a silver spell or special in my hand. And then there are gold cards. Silver card, as you can see, this one has choose a different bronze ally. So you have to choose only bronze units, you cannot put another copy of anything else. However, it also influences deck building, because you can have only 4 gold cards in your deck, 6 and 6 silver cards. Therefore, you are somewhat limited in terms of what you can actually do. Now, I could probably pass and it might end up okay. However, I will play this one, which buffs until it has armor, buffs all the units around, and that might have been a terrible mistake. But we'll see. We'll see, as I somewhat... Okay, that's a good one. I like those 2. So, I will probably get rid of this guy for now. And as you can see, I won the round. Now, this is the special weather effect, which I will use probably right now. Let's do this. As you can see, I have another silver, which is once again special. Ooh, what is this? When a different ally with the same power... Okay, As you can see, some of those are really difficult. Also, there is a special one. So, let's use this one first. There is a bunch of them. And as you can see, the weather effect stays until he gets rid of it with clear weather effect or something like that. Now, I will probably copy this unit. Whoa. So you can see some of the units have special effects, such as whenever you complete a trio, which is 3 units at the same time. If they have the trio composition, you get this. Now let's put this in the middle in order to buff them. And the weather effect continues. Now this weather effect deals 1 damage to all units in here. That is a pretty strong effect, and that's more or less the basics of the game in the end. I will now remove armor, deploy, and boost this unit by the armor I have removed. It might seem not good, however, there is this every turn at the start of your turn. If this has no armor, boost it by 2 and give it 2 armor. Okay. Okay. So let's try it like this.
I told you so, you idiot.
Okay, let's try once again.
Tell me you jest.
Ah, that was not a good trait in the end, but it was okay. I should have probably copied this. And now I can talk about locks. So, there is this lock, toggle a unit's lock. Toggle a unit's lock means that you can either put a lock or actually unlock the unit. This lock actually is a kind of silence. It more or less just deletes the text. However, if the unit was already buffed, it does not change the numbers. It only means that, for example, if he were to lock this, it would no longer buff adjacent units. However, the adjacent units would still be buffed, and if this were buffed, it would still be buffed. It removes some special effects, such as shield, which you could have seen in here, which actually prevented damage dealt to the unit, or it can actually destroy some nasty stuff, such as resilience, which is ability that the unit stays on your board after the end of the turn, which is a pretty nice tempo swing. I should probably I should probably just play this gold card in order to get rid of a few. And I firmly believe, let's start with this one. It will somehow go to the dwarf, probably. Another gold. If this unit is in your deck at the end of the round, place it on top. When an enemy is destroyed during a round, boost it by 1. It's a problem because I am not being destroyed, yet still. Now, I will boost 5 adjacent units by 4. I'll boost these ones just because I can. And I will talk about the boost versus strengthen. Now, sometimes you can strengthen a unit. I have not seen it in here, however, you can do that. Strengthen is different than boost. Boost makes the numbers green, and strengthen actually keeps them, or weaken, actually keeps them white, so normal. The difference is then in the graveyard or actually on the field. When a unit which was buffed dies, it actually stays in your graveyard in your normal strength. As you can see, these are 5. However, once I actually redeploy them, does it work like that? No, I think they will be still 5s only. Yet, there are some special effects such as reset. Now, reset means that it removes all the buffs, all the special effects, and gets the card to its original state. So even if it's damaged, this would go up to 6 again, this would go up to 7 again, this would go down to 3 because it would remove the buffs, but if it were strengthened to 5 and then I buffed it by 7, it would actually go down to 5, not down to 3, because it was strengthened, not boosted. This also works with some special effects, and that is a major thing to learn pretty quickly. Now, let's just put this in here and win the round. Oh, sorry, win the game in the end, because the opponent cannot have enough to actually go over this for 50. That would be impossible right now. And that is just the real basics. So as you could have seen, your goal is simply to have more score on the board than your opponent for 2 out of 3 rounds. That also is partial influences a lot of other stuff in the game, which actually makes the game much more lenient towards new players. But I will talk about this later on. So, I hope that this helped you on the basics, how it works, whether you're interested in it or not. And well, thanks for watching, and see you next time.